Hey, it's your girl Priscilla A with the Married to My Soap Opera podcast. The recap of General Hospital for the week of January the 3rd, 2022. So, hey everybody, want to take a quick moment before we get into this recap to remind you to please take a moment and subscribe to the podcast and also share it with some other GH fans so they can get their recap as well. And my short film, High School Honeys, is out and available on the Louisiana Film Channel app or the website, louisianafilmchannel.com. So peep it out when you get a chance and check out some of their other great content. All right. Okay, so let's get to it. Monday. Friday we left off with Nina giving Sonny a ride back to the penthouse, his old penthouse that he gave to Jason, the one that Stone actually died in. Been a long time since we've seen this little spot. But anyway, so that's where Nina ends up taking him. And Sonny actually ends up talking to Nina about what happened after everything came out. But he stopped short, just short of really talking to her about Carly's reaction, which I'm glad he did, because us women, we don't appreciate that when our dude is talking to another chick about what's going on with us. So that was a good move on his part. Even though Nina shouldn't have been in the doggone penthouse with him in the first place, right? Okay, meanwhile, Carly, was on the bridge and then Drew showed up. So they spend some time on a bridge just reminiscing. Well, Drew's reminiscing, telling her about his last moments with Jason. And, he knows that obviously Carly's missing Jason and something's wrong, but she doesn't get into the details with Drew. Alexis ends up at the pub hanging out with her new friend Harmony, who she's really kind of, I guess, secretly friends with. Peter, you guys, wakes up from his coma. And who do you think is the first person that Peter asks to see? Surprise, it was not Maxie. Victor Cassadine, who just happens to be outside of his room waiting to see him as well. Y'all know nothing good can come from that. Okay, now let me tell y'all about this bomb that they dropped on us on Monday. And I gotta warn y'all, it's pretty disturbing, especially if you're a longtime GH fan. Just get your heart ready right now, y'all, because I was surprised by it. But Laura and Kevin get a surprise visit from guess who? Guess who? Tracy Quartermaine. And on top of it, Tracy has like the worst news in soap opera history in a long time, y'all. She tells Laura and Kevin that Luke is gone. And when I say gone, I mean gone as in gone, the D word. So, yeah, that is a huge bomb. Anyway, that's your recap from Monday, January the 3rd. Okay, so let's move on to Tuesday, January the 4th. All right, so y'all, let's start right off with this nonsense about Luke being dead. So apparently what they're saying is that Luke was in a cable car accident, and the cable car was some random accident that happened, and several people that were on it died, including Luke, and they claim that they have identified his body. So I just, I'm not, y'all, I just can't believe that Luke Spencer going out in a freak accident. Anyway, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's move on. Portia and Curtis wake up in bed together. And that's all I'm really going to say about that, y'all. If you want to see their shenanigans, just tune in, watch Tuesday's episode. And if you are a Portia Curtis fan, then you'll be happy. Okay, so Kevin ends up running into Nicholas Ava and Victor a little bit later, and he breaks the news to Nicholas that Luke is dead and that Nicholas, might really want to check on his mom, and he fills them in on the circumstances of the accident. However, later on, we hear Victor Cassadine canceling the hit on Laura, saying that Luke has been neutralized. So see, y'all, I think I'm right. If you are a GH fan, like I'm a GH fan, you know it's going to be a cold day in hell when a Cassadine kills a Spencer. So right now, I'm thinking that Luke is not dead. What do y'all think? Do y'all think he's dead? Let me know. Meanwhile, Tracy goes to the Quartermaines to fill them in on this information about Luke, and Laura calls Bobby to tell Bobby. And y'all, Bobby is like, if her brother is dead, someone killed him. It was foul play. And so now, I'm thinking I'm right. Plus, we already got that little hint from Victor. So Victor has something to do with it. Then I just can't believe that the Luke Spencer has died at the hands of a Cassadine. Anyway, let me know what you think. That's your recap for Tuesday, January the 4th. Go watch it, y'all. Take a look at it. But don't cry too hard, because Luke Spencer is not dead.
Prom's coming up. We're going, right?
I know my good two shoes cousin ain't giving it up. Now me on the other hand.
How's everything looking? I got to be in tip-top shape for my first college game.
He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever coached.
Dwayne, we need to talk about your results.
Why, is something wrong?
Download the Louisiana Film Channel app now and let bon ton du lait.
Okay, y'all, so let's get to Wednesday, January the 5th. Anna and Felicia are pretty worried about Maxie. They think she's in denial about Louise being missing. And in case you didn't see it, Felicia and Anna have called a truce and have renewed their friendship, which is really, kind of sweet. But they've agreed to put that behind them because Felicia is so grateful that Anna brought Peter to justice. Peter summons Martin Gray to his hospital room, wanting to retain him as his attorney. Okay. Victor Cassadine is trying to butter up to Valentine, talking about he really wants a relationship with him and his granddaughter, Charlotte. And it's so funny. Valentine tells Victor that if he thinks he's going to let him anywhere near his daughter, he is crazy. That was a really funny line, y'all. Definitely check that one out. Tracy, meanwhile, puts 2 and 2 together because she already knows that Bailey is not Brooklyn's baby, because Brooklyn reached out to her months ago when she first came up with this scheme about trying to get a baby off the black market. And so as Felicia visits with Tracy and talks about Maxie's baby, Tracy Quartermaine, being the sneakiest of the sneakiest and the most suspicious of the suspicious, has put 2 and 2 together and realized that Bailey is Louise. That didn't take long at all. But hey, it is the great Tracy Quartermaine. Britt goes to go see Peter and confronts him, and she really lets him have it, y'all. The scene between Britt and Peter is really, really good. They have such great chemistry, and they're both such great actors. And so you're going to really enjoy the showdown between Britt and Peter. Meanwhile, the news of Luke's demise is making its way around Port Charles. All right, that's your recap for Wednesday, January the 5th.
Are you interested in buying a home or a lease purchase? Do you need help fixing your credit? You need the real estate go-to girl, Priscilla Adams. Or are you interested in selling your home? Have you inherited a property on the verge of foreclosure, filing for bankruptcy or divorce? Do you need a quick cash sale? Are you interested in a career in real estate? Whatever your real estate need, call the go-to girl, Priscilla Adams, at 318-605-1120 or email padams@kw.com.
All right, so Thursday, January the 6th. Let's start with, so Brooke Lynn warns Maxie that Tracy may be onto them. A little late. Yeah, Tracy is definitely onto them. Ned, meanwhile, ends up meeting with Sam and Alexis and tells them that his mother is back in town. And so Sam calls Dante so that he can come to arrest Tracy. And if you guys don't remember, Tracy framed Alexis for drunk driving, and they caught her and were on the verge of arresting her when she fled the country. And so now that she's back, Sam and Alexis are like, oh, okay, all right. And Sam puts the call in right to Dante. Sasha runs into Brando and his mom at the Metro Court, and she seems quite a bit distant from Brando. And then she excuses herself to go to a deception meeting where she meets with the rest of the team and says she wants to get back into work. Olivia goes to visit Carly, and Carly fills her in on why Nina is still running around free. And y'all know how Olivia is. Olivia want to get a hold to Nina just as bad as Carly do. She want to do it for her. But she also talks to Carly about Carly having a hard time with Sonny not telling her that he still, has feelings for Nina, when Carly hasn't really told Sonny that she still was in love with Jason. So, I'm kind of like, not quite the same. Some of y'all might feel like it's the same. I'm like, not quite the same. Let me know how you feel about it. Dante goes to visit Sonny at the penthouse to see why he hasn't gone home yet. Ava visits Nina, so she ends up, Nina catches Ava up on why she's still free and what happened during court. And of course, Ava is just hanging on to every word and hating the fact that she missed the show. Anyway, that's your recap for Thursday, January the 6th. It's been a great week. This is a really good episode. So yeah, check it out. Okay, y'all, we are up to Friday's episode for January the 7th. So Tracy shows up at the Metro Court wanting to talk to Ned about Brooke Lynn and Bailey. But before she can get it out, Dante shows up and arrests her. Sonny, you guys, finally goes home, and he tells Carly that he doesn't want to spend one more night without her after being apart for 9 months. One night was enough. And y'all, I gotta admit, it kind of melted my heart. You know how it does with Sonny. He's kind of wrong, but at the same time, those dimples get you every single time. He can be so romantic. But it was wasted on Carly. Carly was hot, y'all. She wanted to know every single detail of what happened between him and Nina. Y'all know how we women are. We be wanting to know, how much did y'all do? How far did it go? And Sonny doesn't feel like that's going to help Carly at all, and that it's just going to hurt her. And so when he doesn't answer, she just walks out. So let's move on. Esme, Jocelyn, and Cameron are hanging out together and actually having a pleasant conversation. I think this is the first time we have actually ever seen Esme be even slightly sincere, as she's talking about her parents' divorce and how it affected her. And she's telling Joss that she's sorry that her parents are going through it. But at the same time, she still wants to make sure they can get that cabin for the trip to go away for Spencer before he ends up having to do his little jail time. It really seems like Esme and Cameron have a connection, y'all. Cameron really, I think he feels for Esme, and he and Esme kind of have a intimate moment, which is very interesting to watch, especially since she does seem to be sincere. And even Joss says that. She's like, wow, I think that's the first time Esme has actually been sincere and honest in their conversations. Anyway, so let's talk about Nina. Phyllis goes to visit Nina, and she has to have the come to Jesus speech with Nina, because Nina is now fantasizing about a life with Sonny if Carly walks out on him. And she's thinking that maybe they can be together after all. So Phyllis has to let her know, look, Nina, basically what you did was foul. What you did to this woman and his family and him, it was messed up. So you need to just back up and get out of the way and let them fix their marriage. And that's what I love about Phyllis. Regardless of how much she cares for a person, and she keeps it real. She tells them like it is, whether they want to hear it or not. And she just gives them so much wisdom. So let's hope that Nina pays attention to that. Okay. I'll tell you one thing though. As the episode ends, Carly shows up at her office, walks in, and slams the door behind her. So I think Nina's definitely going to get the point. Cannot wait to see this conversation on Monday, y'all. That's going to be another good one. Anyway, so that's pretty much your recap for Friday. And, the news about Luke is still going around town. And we'll just have to see where this goes, y'all, and how this plays out. Anyway, that's your recap. Be sure to subscribe, send the podcast to others, share it with them, and check out my short film, High School Honeys, on the Louisiana Film Channel. Have a great weekend.